Hey, I have missed you. Welcome back to the Metro Icon Podcast. Mojo missed you. Did you miss you? You did. You did miss him. You missed everybody. That's right. He is settling. We all are settling in the new home that we have set up with my new studio space. And Mojo putting on good size. Let me see if I can Lion King lift him. Show y'all how big this boy is getting. Look how big he is. Yeah, he likes to clean my head. That's right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a small hiatus while we've been preparing for the move and trying to get everything done, organized. So this week you're actually going to be getting 2 episodes. And hopefully you guys enjoy and you guys are able to peep in. Make sure you guys are pushing the follow and subscribe button for DIA Media for all the new episodes. And of course, make sure you guys follow me on my platforms. My website is www.theshowman.live or go to my Instagram at Shawn Kay Doitall. And yeah, I'll let you know what I got going on, especially got some gigs. Of course, you can catch me doing bingo karaoke every single Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, like I did last night, at the Library Bar from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. at the Library Bar in downtown Fort Worth. Then Thursdays at Scout in Dallas, inside the Statler Hotel from 7 to 11 p.m. And in case you guys don't know how bingo karaoke works, bingo numbers are called with every karaoke performance that comes up, and bingo players have a chance to win gift cards to the establishment themselves that they can put towards their tab. So, great deal. Otherwise, you can catch me at Library Bar all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, I'll be DJing from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And then Sunday, I'll be filling in for my homie Blue Label Johnny, hosting karaoke from 9 to 1 a.m. All right? But let's go ahead and get into this episode, which will be an ad-free episode. And so I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to please take advantage of the amazing offers in the descriptions of our amazing sponsors and affiliates. But this episode, I'm talking to the very, very funny Cooper Patterson. Mojo makes a small appearance. It's actually Mojo's first podcast appearance, and he's a little excited in the beginning. But Cooper Patterson's a hilarious comedian around the DFW parts, and had a chance to connect with them prior to my move. And so go ahead, turn your volumes up. Here's my episode with the one and only Cooper Patterson.
You can do it all. You can't.
Do it all, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Metro Icon Podcast. I'm your host, Shawn Kay the Showman of Doitall Entertainment and DIA Media. And you know what we do on this show? We talk about the world of entertainment and media and the icons that live in it. Are they icons? Are they not? Maybe they're on the verge. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a man who is very impactful in the DFW comedy scene. And we're going to get to know him just a little bit more and find out how much of an icon he is. And also providing him some on-camera comfort. Mojo with his first appearance with the one and only Cooper, the Pooper Patterson.
Thank you. Oh, sit down. All right. You know what? Keep it going. Yeah, let's keep it going. Yeah, all right. just one guy just to go like, yeah, bro.
That's as much reaction, Cooper. How you doing, Cooper?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
I think the last that's what happens. But I think the last time I saw you was in Denton. I think at Dusty's open mic. That was the last time I saw you. Mojo's on the screen. He is being, hey, you better relax. See that? You see that response?
Yeah.
When he hears me, you know.
That's asserting dominance. That's like, hey,
I made the bond.
Yeah.
And then asserted my alpha.
Yeah.
He knows. You know what I mean?
Respect.
But he also has like little separation anxiety. You know, sometimes. You know, because he's pretty damn smart. Like he's right now. He's about
definitely he definitely wants to be engaged.
This is gonna be the problem with segment 1 is because like I'm gonna want to talk all about Mojo.
Yeah. Well.
And then I'm asking.
Great name, by the way. Great name, Mojo. Like
to kind of be honest with you.
Yeah.
That I'm not even kidding here right now.
Yeah.
His original name, I wanted to name him Mofo.
Ooh.
And because it's cute, but then it would have been
Yeah.
hilarious, right?
Yeah.
Like, just little kids running around like,
Oh,
Mofo,
yeah. The
hey,
kid,
Mofo, come here,
yes.
Mofo.
Yeah.
Right? And so, and I was trying to convince my fiance, right? Like,
Yeah.
she has the final say. And she was like, God, it is funny,
Yeah.
like, but then she's like, babe, no, like your family, all of them have, you know what I mean? And so I was like, all right. So the only other thing was, associating him with the showman. What do you need to be the showman? You need that mojo.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, what are you doing?
So
See, he's curious. He's looking around.
Mojo will have mojo.
He's gonna have his mojo moments,
And
Hey, come here.
Right now he's
There we go. See? See that? Good boy.
mojo.
Yo, go boy. So Cooper Patterson,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy that your commute wasn't as long as many of my other guests.
It wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
That's the beauty of Dallas.
Mhm.
Oh yes.
Your beauty of Dallas. To the beauty of Dallas.
The beauty of Dallas.
With our Evan Williams Honey Bourbon, the drink of choice on the Metro Icon podcast. Cooper's first time. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
oh, that's tasty.
Hey. Hey, Mojo. You're gonna get kicked out, bro.
Yeah,
No, you're gonna be kicked out. You're gonna be kicked out.
yeah.
But
But I would say, what's not gonna get kicked out? This drink.
not that glass.
No.
That's right, sir.
No.
So cheers to you. Thank you again for coming to my humble abode. I do not invite everybody to, my place of current residence, right? I got the family here. Did he just bite you? Hey.
Doing the nibbles.
Yeah, I know. He's too excited. Hey, you know
Okay.
what? Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to He's too excited. I gotta get. Say
Shout
bye,
out.
Mojo.
Shout out to Mojo.
Say bye, Mojo. All right. Hey, girls, come get Mojo. You want to take him out? He's got some energy to burn.
Yeah.
Come get him. Go get him. There it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You try it.
It is the family
Try it.
dynamic, but you know what? It was a nice little segment, but there's no way.
I think no.
gotta
I
bring it
think
back to
he's
you,
a
bro.
puppy. He's just outlashing because the
Dude.
world is new.
Dude,
The world is
he
new to
warmed up to
Mojo.
you so fast.
Yeah. And he just wanted to play. He was just like, this guy would play. I would honestly, I would rather be outside in the park and play with him.
even in like the 98
Yeah.
degree weather, you're like, I will die for
Yeah,
this.
I would die for Mojo just to embrace.
You hear
Mojo.
that? You die for Mojo. That's right. So
But like, I bet like the fact that you're bringing guests on Mojo is gonna be so chill. By the
Eventually.
time. He's gonna be so chill. He's gonna
He-
be
this is-
unfazed
yeah.
when Jason Derulo shows up to be on your podcast. Like, and that's good. You want someone who's
Derulo.
on the
Jason Derulo.
Yeah. Mojo's gonna be like, good, yeah, you were in Catch, bro. I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, but
I don't know. Like, see, I don't think Jason Derulo would actually come here. Maybe if he lived in Little Elm,
Yeah.
the Jason Derulo of
yeah.
Derulo Roofing and Fences.
I mean, some people do call me the Jason Derulo of Dallas Fort Worth comedy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I always start my name with Cooper Patterson. Yeah, it's just like because he always says his name in his song, just like Jason Derulo. And It's just like, hey, hi, I'm Cooper Patterson. Anyway, and just
Well, you got to sing it though.
then I guess I'm not.
Yeah,
Jason
it's
Derulo.
tough. So for some little background information, if I can express, feel free to recorrect. But Cooper Patterson is a very talented comedian around DFW. Featured on Kill Tony
Yes,
one time,
twice.
twice. Lucky bastard. And we'll talk a little bit about that because of what's happening,
Yeah.
right now. But also, to no fault of his own, maybe his own, he is Partially, mostly partially deaf.
I was like, where are you going with this? And
I don't know. I don't know the facts. That's why we're here, Cooper. We're trying to find out right now,
But
dude.
yes, I am a 2-time appearance comedian on Kill Tony.
Kill Tony.
Yeah, but yeah, what? Anyway, but yeah, born with a hearing loss, like severely moderate. I believe that's like the type of phrase, hearing loss. So
Yeah.
like, I could take these out. I could take like I wear. I started with hearing aids, but then when I turned 18, they developed this thing called the hybrid cochlear. So like cochlears were for people who had like no residual hearing whatsoever, and they could hear. The hybrid, it was a way to like keep the residual hearings that you have, but just like boost the range of what you can hear.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
when you were like, obviously when you were growing up, very
Yeah.
young, then it was considerably probably worse than what you're hearing now, right?
I think
Like,
it
what's the
was-
percentage of hearing that you were like born with?
I think I believe it's like 30, 35.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
So it was like, so I could take them out and like I could probably hear basic, like if I was at a concert, I could hear the drum. But
Oh, so it's like
I
very
could hear the drum or the bass.
interesting. That's interesting.
But I would probably not be able to differentiate like the guitars or like the instrumentals, or maybe like catch what the guy's actually saying when he's singing and shit.
That's interesting.
So yeah.
It kind of works like you're hearing. It's almost like, because you know how like Ali
Yeah.
Nazari, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I think was it 80% blind, but pretty much just sees through like one singular slit in one of his
Ooh,
eyes.
Like one, for some reason, one slit was like perfect.
It's like
20/20
that, yeah.
vision,
And even then, it's not a clear
Yeah.
image. He can kind of see essentially.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like with your hearing, you know, it kind of works, and it's kind of like you have these blind spots, but there's like one pocket of, you know what I mean, like a sound that you can pick in, and just, it's interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I slept through the thunderstorms that we've had.
Oh, lucky
past
you.
and I slept through a fire alarm once. So
Oh shit.
yeah. I mean,
So there are repercussions.
Yeah, there are.
There are consequences.
I think I'm just naturally, life and Earth is like saying, all right, we're gonna have these scary moments around you, but
Sure.
you're not gonna die from that.
So okay,
But-
so I guess because I guess like think about it in a perspective, I guess of somebody who's not born with something like that,
Yeah.
right? And thinking about that and having this innate paranoia of how you would be able to deal with situations.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like that now like where you are now, you're kind of a little bit like less in paranoid? You're kind of it just allows you to be like in a flow state, and you're like, if it happens, it happens, you know, like, or you're just overly kind of like nothing's gonna happen.
I mean,
I think that you have
no.
to.
I mean, I always try to pack batteries with me wherever I go.
Interesting.
I
I have, you know what?
and like they're charged, and they can last, I think, like 12, 14 hours a day. But sometimes I just forget or whatever.
See, I always think about, I don't have a survival bag.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I have a gun. I'm like, I'm good. You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but again, I don't even have that many bullets. So it's like, fuck.
First one's the warning.
You're right.
Second one is like, I mean it. Like,
I'm like, listen, man, it's like, I got some training bullets that might not kill you, bro, but the second clip, those are like, if I gotta put the second clip in, it's done. You know what I mean?
nice. But yeah, no, like they're small enough they fit in my pocket or whatever. But then like there is that paranoia of like checking my pockets and always like making sure it's in the bag. I gotta embrace fanny packs now. I gotta like just embrace it, or just get like.
I think I don't know if I've imagined it or if I have actually seen you in a fanny pack, but I feel like I've
yeah,
seen you in a
I'm being hesitant on it. Like
Why? It's very much in,
it is,
especially
but
like the chest ones.
I need one that's sponsored by like Dickies or something.
Like,
Okay.
okay.
I need to be
Do
like.
Dickies make fanny? I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm
That would
wondering.
be.
They make
Well,
pants.
I mean, okay. Here's an
they
idea.
make pants with a bunch of pockets. That's why they're
Buy
against
a.
fanny
You just
packs.
buy a general fanny pack
Yeah.
and a Dickies patch, and you sew that bitch
I don't
on.
give them that satisfaction out there.
Oh, this is for theirs.
Yeah, it's for their satisfaction. They gotta be like, we want you. I'm not gonna be like,
Well, that's why I'm saying Evan Williams honey bourbon. I'm just saying, you want me.
Yeah.
You want me because
Yeah.
I want you. I have
Exactly.
you. All right. I just, I'm trying to. If it's not Evan Williams honey bourbon, I'm just praying for Toyota. I just want to.
No,
But yeah.
for a while, I don't know why. When I was a kid, I hated honey. But now I'm like, I need some honey in it, and like spicy honey on pizza is the go-to. Like
What? Spicy honey on pizza?
Yeah.
Sounds
A
like
little sweet and savory, little action.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't hear.
Born and raised, and then were you born and raised around DFW?
No, moved around a lot when I was a kid.
Military?
I was born in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Then
I see
moved
that.
to Kansas State.
Definitely see that.
Then moved to Maryland,
Oh, I for sure see that.
Gaithersburg.
Yep, see that. Gettysburg, 100% see that.
Gaithersburg.
What is it?
Gaithersburg.
Gaithersburg?
Yeah,
Even more. Go ahead.
That was like that, and like the best part about that when I was there, I did all my elementary stuff in this Rock Creek Valley. And they had a
Okay.
huge deaf and hard of hearing program. So like
Oh.
everyone around me was like the class was small, but it was like people with the same type of hearing loss that I had, and it definitely like gave me that sense of confidence in that I'm not alone on this whole
Fuck yeah.
thing.
Well, and what age was that?
From like pre
Oh,
kindergarten to
Oh, nice.
5th grade, and then
Nice.
yeah, and yeah, it was awesome. Like, and like I think the best thing about that it was like they were a girl from Haiti. She was like my best friend. There was a
Nice.
dude who was a Sikh. One day he and his mom brought Sikh stuff.
Yeah,
and,
I just thought, it sounded like you said he was a Sikh one day.
yeah.
Like just for one day he was
Oh.
a Sikh, and he was a Sikh.
Yeah.
And one day
He tried it out. He was like, "This is
He
cool."
bring all his Sikh
but
stuff.
I want to get back. I want to get back to the other ones. But no, yeah, and like I think it was just like there was so much different culture and everything.
Yeah.
It was just so nice to see that. Like the only person I hated was the white guy that looked exactly like me.
that makes sense. Dude.
Yeah.
I usually don't get along with. I didn't get along with a lot of the Indian
Yeah.
guys.
Really?
I don't get along with a lot of Indian guys sometimes. I mean, I do. I do Indian weddings and stuff. But I would say more Indian uncles. I have a heart. But like I don't know. It's you're kind of sometimes you will build prejudices against your own people
That's
because you
true.
see, like, okay, I don't know if you feel this way, but like I get super annoyed when I see someone like within a certain like culture realm fulfilling a stereotype. Like when they're, you know what I mean? Like when the classic stereotypes, and then it's the shitty driver on the road, and you see it's an Asian woman, you're like, holy fuck, a double hitter, like it's just, but but again, it's like your own people. You're just like, oh, God, you fucking
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel that.
Yeah. So, but it was definitely it was nice to like just have that type of experience. I think at a young age, just to like see all walks of life.
Sure.
And it kind of gives you that sense of like, all right, we're in a cool. It's like our own group in the sense where like nobody can fuck around with that and stuff or whatever. But then I moved around and I was actually in Flower Mound for 1 year when I was in 7th grade, and it was very white. It was very white.
Very
Mound
little
is
flowers.
Very
dude,
white.
around Flower Mound. Bullshit.
Just one flower.
It's not.
Just one type of flower. That's all it is.
Tulips,
Yeah,
it's
tulips,
just,
just all-
they all just dying tulips. You just see a new batch of tulips around flowers.
So yeah, lived there, and then lived in Iowa for like pretty much the rest of the life until I moved here about a year ago. But yeah, so it's just been
What made you move here?
I got a job here.
Nice.
For this.
We're doing what?
I'm an apprentice right now for this broadcasting company where
Oh.
I'll do camera work and audio work.
You look
and
like a
light work
camera guy. You look like
for-
everything, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I look like everything.
Oh,
I'm a chameleon.
bro. Like you can fulfill like the ethnics would definitely get along with you on a general scale in any occupation. That's how I feel. Like you can say, I did this job. You definitely did. I lived here. 100% you did. You know what I mean? Bro, like, I don't know why I don't know why you don't have a casting agent because bro, like, who can fill this role?
Yeah.
Like this fucking runway tarmac fucking airports. Like
I'll tell you what role I can't fulfill, and that is a therapist, because I can't listen to you.
that's why you want to catch Cooper Patterson at one of his upcoming shows in DFW. You try to heckle this guy,
Yeah.
that response comes with a huh? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
It does work, unfortunately, and like
yeah, it's such a like what? I can't hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah, bitch, I have the microphone. You
Yeah,
know, like yeah. I mean that's probably what I, would
I
say.
haven't been able to say bitch. I
Really? Oh, you dude, it's the greatest
Yeah.
joy. I've said it to black people before.
Oh really?
Yeah, like I mean, because I establish a lot of who I am, right?
Yeah.
So when I say, first generation South Indian, Chicago, like
Yeah.
and they hear how I speak.
Yeah,
you know?
you're from Chicago, right?
Yeah, I was born and raised.
Yeah, I remember you
Even
had.
though Dallas is the only jersey
Yeah.
I'm rocking right now,
you-
Doncic for the
I
finals.
remember you had a great joke about the
Thank
homeless
you.
people here in Dallas. compared
Dude,
to the
that
homeless
doesn't get.
people
It's
in
not. It's
Chicago.
not one of my strongest ones because I haven't get like on a scale. It's like I think it feel like just because I'm making fun of homeless. I'm like, what the fuck you care about? dude?
I don't
But-
know. I don't know.
but yeah, is it
But no, it's like a great way. I don't know. I just like it's just like a great way you have like, just like I think like the thing about comedians is like you're always in a sense an outsider.
Yeah.
So I think like that's why I like that joke. It's like you're taking because like when you're in it too much, you don't really like
Sure.
you're standing too close to the elephant. So like you and that joke, we were just like the people say like the homeless people is crazy. Like bro, like Chicago's insane. Like all you have to do is just go, dude. No. Like,
Yeah,
and
it's
that
just
was
not today.
it. Not
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
And, like they're just
And
like, oh, all right.
That's Dallas homeless. They back the fuck
Yeah,
up.
like
dude.
if you just like raise your volume, like that's
Yeah.
all you gotta do, and then like the homeless are like, oh, what's up with that guy? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, at the very worst is as they're walking away and be like, "You an asshole, man," and they just like keep walking and shit. But otherwise, they fucking walk away. You know?
I was doing video work in Austin, and it was not down. Yeah, it was kind of downtown, not like 36, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of it was. We were doing a shot of the Capitol,
Mm-hmm.
and like a homeless man just started walking, and like it was like, "You motherfucker, you fucking bad fucking shit, fucking." I just like, she was like, "Hey, no," and he just like, "Hey, motherfucker," and just started walking away. Like it was just like you just had to like say,
I did have one like, and this same defense worked, but
Yeah.
I was legitimately worried because it was a white woman,
okay,
and she was terrifying.
oh, okay.
And I was. It was funny. It was before my gig inside the Statler. Now on Thursdays from 7 to 11 p.m. Catch me doing bingo karaoke at Scout inside the Statler Hotel. Hopefully, I'm still there when this episode comes out. But I'm walking from the parking garage to Statler, which is like less than a block, right? And this woman's like, "Do you have a cigarette?" I'm like, I don't. I probably did.
Yeah.
When you give one. Dude, they heard.
yeah.
Bro. It's the South Park has.
Yeah.
They called it exactly what it is. It's like a zombie apocalypse. But I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry. And then she just started ranting, yelling, and raving. Right. And
Yeah.
as I'm walking, she's walking behind me. And so it's kind of like you're like walking against a building with window panes that you can see the reflection as you're like, looking. And she's just trailing me, and I obviously can still hear her yelling at me and shit. And then I'm just like, too close. Yo, back up. Too close.
All right,
And you know what I mean?
yeah,
And I'm like, hey, this is Texas. Too close.
yeah,
This is, you know what I mean? Like, I started just saying that. and then you can just see her slowing down, but she's still yelling, but she's
All right.
slowing down. You know what I mean? And-
she's giving you.
And then even after I turn the corner, out of depth of field, I can still see her yelling. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
So it's like, yeah, you have a level of crazy, but again, it's kind of like
Jeez.
you have to assert your dominance. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and like I don't know, like when you make jokes about homeless people, I don't see that. Like I think some homeless people are necessary because they're on the street, they know. the
Dude,
inside
there
secret.
are
I met a homeless
soldiers,
man,
yeah,
like I
for
remember
the like greater good within the
yeah,
homeless.
there was one who's like, "Hey man, you don't have to pay here. You just gotta park." And he's like, "That fee never works. No one jumps up." He's like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, I promise." And then like
Yeah.
I parked and I was like, "I'm gonna take that risk." And then he was like, "If I'm back and I don't get a ticket or boot or anything, I'll give you $1 or something." He was just like,
Yeah, yeah.
That's all. That's
Yeah.
But no, I came back and then I was just like, ah, shit, it actually worked. And he popped up and I was just like, I need an ATM. And he guided me to an ATM. And it was just like, I don't like the fees at the ATM. He's like, no, this ATM, no fees. And then I did it, no fees. I was just like, fuck, all right, this guy, he's legit.
He looks out for you. And again, it's kind of like that's how you have to. I think if you hit a rock bottom,
Yeah.
you know, like you have to maintain a level of humility and
Yeah.
a level of service. Let me
Yes.
go above and beyond
Yes.
for any given man,
Yeah.
right? And ultimately, all that does is that's what breeds that
Yeah.
fortune towards you. And it's funny how because I was like again, I'm not completely anti-homeless, but again, it's kind of like when you have a certain
Yeah.
specific type of group of people, and on the majority or masses, the experiences are never good.
Yeah.
It's like it's not about judgment; it's about your own safety at
Yeah.
a certain point. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just conscious, right? But I remember, in Deep Ellum, they have like a community garden for the people who like, you know. So,
Oh, yeah.
So if you go down like Good Latimer,
Yeah.
past like Commerce and all that, then it's like right in that little middle
Yeah.
stretch between the two roads. So there's a community garden that like, you know, random people from the apartments and all that kind of stuff, and they have their own little tomatoes or whatever. And there's kind of like a inner community of these people who, you know, sometimes they'll share or whatever. But there's this one homeless dude that kind of universally is accepted as like he's the watcher. So he has this like tent set up, and like that's his space in his area, and he kind of looks over the community garden.
Yeah.
And make sure that like, you know, random people or homeless people wherever or no one's violating it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's unfortunate that, you know, some of the main reason why some of these people are homeless is that they're just addicted to drugs and alcohol. in
yeah,
a
they're
sense.
or just addicted to bad choices.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
it is.
But, you know, unfortunately that you just gotta let, you know, you can try to fix it as much as you want,
Yeah.
and try to put as much money as you want, but then at the same time, it's just like people are making their own choices
Yeah.
in the sense all you can do is just try to prevent someone from going through that life again by whatever. But it is kind of like interesting to see because like I think about have you ever read this book called Into the Wild
Into the Wild.
or seen the movie?
yeah, about the dude who like left
Yeah.
all of his possessions and then
Like,
I won't spoil the end.
yeah, it's
It's
just
a happy
like,
ending.
You cried.
It is a very emotional
Yeah.
story. It's a
But I read the book and it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of like it was just that thing.
and
of,
that's
like,
from his own words too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
in the sense, like pretty much well adapted in this sense. I think it just some of the stories of like the characters that he meet on the way are just like a little late or before or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in a sense, it's just like he just wanted to explore the world. He didn't want to that whole life of like the corporate world,
like
of,
the minimalist.
Yeah.
Like, you know, being like, don't need this,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's even when in the most remote, desolate of places and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like how far can you truly disconnect, like intentionally? It's just
Yeah.
because the way you in the end, it's kind of like we don't live in no trade and barter system. So it's like when you're trying to find readily supplies, you know, unless you have the mental capacity to make shift and create, you know, sustenance, medicine. You know what I mean?
Well, that was like apparently the last thing he wrote was like, just like love or happiness. Happiness is only shared or something like that, and it was that sense of like, yes, he was living in isolation and like basically living under nobody's rules in
Right.
that sense. But but in that sense, he still needed to like go back to society and like hang out with people and like say, hey, like I need you as a friend or whatever. So it's that I think it's just trying to create that balance of like, yes, I need to thrive in this world or like, work in this weird thing of like collecting money in a
Yeah.
sense. But, want a family, want just a house and just to like raise memories that I truly love and enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's do you think that by the end of his life, like he was missing a little bit of his old life? Or he was happy with the way things were, you know?
I think, what did he do? I think, okay, I think what happened was he was suffering the consequences of like living alone and stuff. And maybe maybe he knew that, spoiler alert, his death was near. And
Right. I'm glad you spoiled it.
Yeah.
I almost did.
like 10 plus
yeah,
years.
no,
like,
but
who
if you
gives a
haven't
shit?
seen it yet, right?
But like, I think like at the end, like in those moments where he was suffering, he was trying to think back on positive moments that
Right.
he had, and I think during that he was able to like find the moments with his family that he didn't really see during that time. And then like that whole thing about coming back and just going back to your arms and just saying, yeah, I'll go back and whatever. And I think that's why he wrote that thing, like happiness is only shared in that sense.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was just like, man, fuck y'all. Like,
Yeah.
this is bullshit. Like, now I'm going to the spirit realm and I'm going to just be a ghost on y'all and just climb trees and shit.
Dude, that'd be a ghost, like a ghost in a fucking tree.
Yeah.
That shit would be. That'd be.
Now
Do you believe in ghosts?
I'm a gullible man. And I feel like
Aliens?
I kind of want to. I kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that it's there's still a disbelief that they exist,
Yeah.
dude?
Not.
Can I?
Not.
I need
I
to
feel
find a way
like
to make
it's
this a
not
bit.
in the sense that we would like we keep making that sci-fi fantasy of like these weird slender people that just
Yeah,
like
I mean, well, I think that it's I don't know. There's realm of obviously the depictions of aliens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is a lot of it is imaginative
Yeah.
and mentally created, right? To just general personas, and there's I think an overall kind of poster board image that's naturally being sold, right?
yeah.
But dude, I personally feel if any individual like refuses to believe or cannot believe that there's possibly aliens outside of the planet Earth, there's other living creatures and people, you know what I mean? Like we haven't even discovered all the species in our own fucking ocean and we're
Yeah.
going to already discredit fucking space. I just think that like those people, there's such an arrogance. You think you're the only fucking thing, the human beings are the only fucking thing that exists in the universe?
Yeah.
How
Well, I thought it was also like the whole thing about like the whole thing of like what infinity space is.
Yeah.
It's like there's just multiple different realities around you of like you and like basically the same person in a different realm just doing the exact same thing, but maybe but instead of like two humans, it's like two talking fish or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe plastic action figures of Iron Man, like doing the podcast.
And no, it's Iron Man doing the podcast. He has a plastic figure.
Yeah, like he's still
Of
stuck
me.
in that plastic figure pose, but it's just another action figure next to him.
Oh, shit.
Having that same conversation
is.
of like what we're saying right now.
Yeah.
But
This is why you need to meditate before every podcast, everybody. Or is the honey bourbon getting to my man Cooper the Pooper?
Sure.
But within this universe, let's bring it home after going into the wild rant. Let's bring it home. Where's your family dispersed?
everyone's all in Iowa. Right
Oh,
now,
they're all in Iowa.
in the same town.
Parents and siblings. How many?
Yeah.
How many siblings?
Yeah, my sister, my oldest sister. I got 3 siblings: an older sister, older brother, and a younger sister. So the third. My oldest sister, she got a kid, pregnant on the second one.
Let's go.
Brother got triplets,
Oh yeah.
and my sister is
Triplets?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nightmare.
they're outnumbered by one
That's crazy.
by the start.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
You only have 2 hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah, but
You got a girl?
nah, I've been hitting.
How long you been single?
I mean, like just dating, but nothing like.
You just dating?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? We're at 33 minutes. You know what? I wanna ask you. So how long you been doing comedy for now?
Almost 6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah.
Primarily here? Or where did it start?
First open
Iowa?
mic was in DC.
DC. That's a good place to start.
Yeah, in Georgetown,
Mm.
and then did the rest in Iowa for about 5 years, and then moved down here for a year now.
Cool. In comparison, how do you feel about the comedy scene here versus
Iowa.
Iowa and DC?
I mean, DC was only for like I only did like 2 mics, but one thing was it was tough to just get on the mic in the first place. Like,
Yeah.
it was like you had to bring 5 people just to show up,
Right.
just to do 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Like, it wasn't even about like, oh, you got to pay, 2 beers or something like that. It was like, you got to bring people. And that was the only way to get on. And then I finally got on, and man, that first time was just, it was just a skyrocket hit, man. It was just like better than anything.
Hell yeah.
And then moved to Iowa, did it in Iowa, and then it was a struggle at first, like, but then
Because you're having to now you're in a completely different market.
Yeah.
When you're talking about your audience,
Yeah.
right? And so having to maintain
because a lot of comedians do inside jokes about the town, and that's how they kind of connect with
right. I did the
audience.
same thing in Shreveport.
Yeah.
Did not work. I talked
yeah.
about their racist architecture. They did
Yeah,
not like
it's so
it.
true. And then, for this whole year, it's been kind of tough just because I didn't know the inside jokes or the inside culture of, and especially in different towns like Deep Ellum and McKinney and Fort Worth and like Arlington and stuff like that. So it's just like different rooms, different vibes, different types of people. So it's just like it's a lot more to like try different new things. But I would say, at least in Iowa for me, it was just like there was like 1 mic for each night. And then here, for some reason, now it's like 3 mics in one night, but you gotta like pick and choose and everything.
Right.
But then we had a great guy named Sid Walker. He opened like a local comedy club in Des Moines, Iowa,
Oh shit.
and he opened it right before the pandemic started.
Damn.
Yeah.
I feel for those women because
Yeah.
my dad used to have an Italian beef
Yeah.
shop in downtown Chicago, and like literally right by Millennium Park. It was and I managed it throughout my last year of college, got even internship credit being a manager and whatever. And in a few years, obviously, after that. But my dad sold it in October of 2019. Yeah, so great for us, right? But then, like, yo, we
that just
I think
happened.
about that dude sometimes, and I'm just like, bro, like, I hope you're doing good. Like, you know, I hope you turned it around.
He managed to keep. He
Oh,
managed
so
to keep-
that-
yeah, it's still open today. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
He sold it.
Good job.
He sold it.
Oh, he sold it. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But I think even when he was like making even. He wasn't like banking anything, but he was able to keep it afloat.
Sure.
And stuff. But I think it was just the drama, the comedy scene was just enough for him. But shout out to Sid.
Sid.
But yeah, no, it's still open today, and like they're bringing a lot more, like not like big name like Bill Burr or whatever, but like the up and comers that like maybe like they'll headline there, and then 2 years later they'll get like a Netflix special.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. So like it's called T.
Speaking on who's about to get their Netflix special, right? Taking a personal pride moment. I even had a guy that came up to me yesterday, literally at Twilight, Muhammad, and he was like, "Dude, you fucking called it." And he was referring to the fact that Drew Nickens, boy Drew Nickens, from this date, Friday, June 7th, it has been fucking made. He is a regular on Kill Tony. My Nickens.
For like,
Drew my Nickens, dude.
Dude, he's the most wholesome man you've
Dude,
ever met.
the best.
And like,
and it was like,
it's like no one's mad that he's having
no
this
one,
moment.
dude. I heard. So I was praying because I've signed up for Kill Tony 8 times. How long did it take for you to sign up before you got on? If you tell me first time, I'm gonna.
First 2 times.
You fucking motherfucker,
But
dude.
I haven't been able to get on ever since. And it's just like
How many times did you sign up after that?
like 8 times, 10 times.
Oh,
I think.
really? Okay.
But
Yeah, I've gone 8, haven't gone yet.
yeah.
But every single time I went, and I would see like Ivory Jones, I would see Drew Nickens, and a few other guys
Yeah,
on
you would
DFW.
go every week.
And
It's
dude,
like,
every single week, and it was, and then I was saying constantly, like when I have conversations, I'm like, just talking about getting the name pulled out. I'm like, listen, dude, if I don't hear my name, the only name I want to hear is Drew Nickens.
yeah.
And I'm annoyed that he got called on Monday. I wasn't there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I talked to a lot of the comedians, that were there, and they were like, dude, the whole place lit up. And so I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no one more fucking deserving of Drew motherfucking Nickens, you know? And
Like,
dude, you doing everything right, man. I'm like stupidly proud of this guy.
Yeah.
Like, and when he texted me the morning of that Monday, and I was out driving, and he's like, hey, make sure you watch tonight. Dude, then I was like, dude, I know I'm not gonna get called today. Not 8. 8's not gonna be the time I get called.
yeah.
I was so hyped to get in my car and listen to that episode, and I was like screaming in my car. I'm like crying. I'm like, holy shit!
Dude, it was.
This Drew Nickens, not only
Not only like the first time he gets on,
right,
and that's just exciting. As
right,
it is.
and I knew it's like regardless of how the comedy was gonna be,
Yeah,
Drew Nickens is gonna kill that interview 100%, and he did. 17 minutes on this first one,
yeah,
but the fact that he gets bring out Drew Nickens,
yeah.
what the
And yeah, that
third
became,
time,
that
4th time, like that. Nobody's ever had that.
yeah.
Nobody's ever had that.
It was just, and like it was. I love the opening line when he came back that first time. Back in the 90s. it just like it was just like what else?
It's so perfect.
It was the perfect opening.
Yeah.
Like, I love when the opening line gets a laugh, and like he did that, and
Yeah.
it's just like
it's like it solidifies
yeah,
this bold move Tony Hinchcliffe decided to make. Because I feel like even in that moment, like Red Band's like, dude,
yeah,
you gotta pull. You can't. And then he's like, it's my fucking show, like,
yeah.
And making that again, that's why I would do it, and I'm just like, listen, dude, I I do not want to pander to that man. I just want. I'm like, yeah, I just need to state the reasons why I respect you so greatly.
I mean, no, it's pandering, but in the right
Yeah,
intention, in the
And-
sense of like, it's just like you were that close to.
As a host,
yeah.
and what he's doing, producing this fucking high quality level of a show that now
Yeah.
on the roads, it's like it's a concert. It's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's it's unbelievable.
He's always positive. He's always like just uplifting. He's like, and you want to learn from that. Like
You're talking about Tony Hinchcliffe.
no, Drew. Like,
yeah. I was talking about Tony Hinchcliffe.
oh, okay.
I was talking about Tony Hinchcliffe. Well, Drew is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is that he like I asked him months ago to be on my podcast, right? Like I was like, "Yo, I'm like I have my order. I'm just trying to like I figure out my schedule, especially with I'm going in my wedding season with the family and everything." But I was like, okay, I'm like, dude, like probably like by June, I should have. Now, I'm like, I lost it. I lost the opportunity I ever have in that man because like now that this has happened, it's like I'm like I'm never gonna ask Drew again. You know what I mean? I can never ask Drew again.
Oh, okay.
Like because I've never wanted anything out of Drew. I mean, I've had Drew on my show. It's one of my most memorable comedy shows that Drew was on.
Yeah.
Where it was my Red Tape comedy show. And it was at Royal Lane Studios, and the guy who owned the space double booked it with another promoter. So while my comedy show is happening, the other promoter who was promoting a swinger party, all these swingers started coming into my audience. And Drew was on that.
Yeah, what's up
show.
with Dallas with the swinging community? It's like it seems like the swingers community here in Dallas is like intense and like
They get bored, dude.
yeah.
They get bored.
Yeah, when you're in Highland Park and you have all that house, you're just bored as shit and just like want to start fucking. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But don't ask me. I will do.
I funny enough,
Couldn't
I
do
did a comedy show for swingers too,
You did?
but in Iowa.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shout out to St. Charles, Iowa. You know where you are.
You know where you are.
Yeah. I remember it was two shows. It was in this bar that used to be a church, but it's now a bar.
Hell yeah.
And,
No! I got my insider cloth wet, but luckily it's in the ergonomic the packaging. All right, we got to take a small break. I got leakage of this whiskey because I got too excited about this Iowa swinger party thing. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. 45 minutes in, back with Cooper Patterson. Don't go away. We are back here to the Metro Icon podcast with my guest, Cooper, the Pooper Patterson. And this guy just dropped some news on the break.
Yeah.
So this man might be taking off from this DFW regionus of energies, taking his talents further up north.
Yeah, up to Seattle land.
Seattle land.
Yeah.
Possibility. It's not 100%. You're weighing your options.
We could do an edit where I'll say, "Yeah, man, I'm staying," and then, "Yeah, man, I'm going" for the editors.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna.
With the beats and everything.
There's a pad for each reaction.
All right, perfect.
Right?
I'm really excited.
Like you're like,
All right.
oh, you know what? I have to make the move and go up to Seattle. That's the one.
Yeah. All right.
You're like, or you say,
All right.
I just decided to go
Yeah.
ahead and keep my talents in DFW.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. Unfortunately, yep. I'm going to Seattle. I'm hoping to bring the culture of Texas to Seattle, where I'll just drive 80 miles per hour everywhere I go, or eat tacos everywhere I go. So yeah. Wish me luck.
There it is.
Okay. All right. As I quote Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving.
Let's throw the midget. Well, I will be
and then I go to
saddened.
jail.
I
right
would be
after.
saddened if you left.
Dude, I'll be sad if I was to left, like especially after a year.
I think you're a good vibe in
Yeah.
DFW. As far as the comedy scene, I think if you talk to any the comedians like around DFW that
Yeah.
are familiar with you, like it would be really positive
Yeah.
as far as like the man and his comedy. So
Thanks, man. I really appreciate
you are a
that.
very funny man.
Thank you.
You know.
But yeah, gotta perform to the swingers in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's swingers everywhere. Don't not think about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's swingers everywhere.
Yeah.
But I feel like Seattle would have the predominantly swingers that, you know, had a stronger like scent of fish on them. I mean, it's a seafood town.
The swingers in Seattle smell like fish. The swingers in
Like, can you imagine like the husband coming
Yeah.
and his fingers are like this, and you're like,
oh yeah,
"Ugh,
after a long day.
what have you been petting?
Yeah.
Or scaling?
Just petting the fucking fish or something. Good
Good
fish.
boy, little
Good-
salmon.
Yeah, good salmon. I love that salmon. But yeah. The swingers in Seattle, they definitely would smell fishy.
Mhm.
I think the swingers here in Dallas, they kind of smell the nicest. Like
It's a little bit more class.
They smell a little heavy on the cigarette and maybe the white wine or something. But it's like, but then you go to their house and it
you can
smells
definitely
really
smell the
nice.
privilege.
Yes,
And
yes.
that scent is strong around DFW. So.
They have the candle privilege lit on in their hallways.
Yep.
So yeah, and it just smells, and it smells at ease or something.
At ease.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm just like I feel at ease.
Yes, there we go.
But the swingers in Iowa, they smell like Mountain Dew and cigarettes.
Oh, shit.
And corn.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Have you ever had an elote?
I love elote.
Elotes are so good. Do you like it on the cob or in the cup?
Everywhere I go is usually in a cup.
Yeah, I think it's just easier in a cup.
Yeah.
It's I mean, like I think the standard, obviously, you know, they were
Yeah.
like, oh, we can just cut it off
Yeah.
and put it in a.
There's like a food truck near
Yeah.
me where I can get birria and
Birria tacos.
birria
I love
tacos
it.
and elotes, and it's always in a cup. And what I do is like after I finish the birria, I'll pour a little bit of the birria juice
Mhm.
into the elotes.
That like au jus cream.
yeah. And it's like it's definitely it's just like it's like a soup in the sense.
Yeah,
and
it's
just
so good.
It's so,
So
good.
good.
Like that's what I'm scared about. Like I think Seattle.
That's
they
why you
have-
got to get a Latin girl, dude. Because I'm a Mexican fiance and
Yeah.
shit. She was like, "What can I make you?" And I'm like, she's like, "You like birria?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know how to make birria? She's like, "I'll watch a TikTok video," and she made it, and it was delicious.
Wow.
It was
Have you-
just so good.
Didn't really make pupusas. here?
Pupusas.
Yeah.
He did make pupusas. Yeah.
Yeah, I found him. I found him making the pupusas.
He watched one.
Yeah, and just only Rudy. Yeah, shout out to Rudy.
There
But
it is.
yeah, like he made. I filmed him making pupusas at his own place.
Oh.
And dude, they were just so good.
Yeah. He's a like. Have you just watched him cook?
Yeah,
It's, you know what I mean? Like, yo, this is not the Rudy I know around the comedy
Yeah.
scene type of deal. Like, you see, I'm like, oh man, like, look at
Yeah.
this very driven, like, okay, there's nothing else.
There's a lot
you
of
know what I mean?
finesse.
Yeah.
there's a lot of finesse. in
Yeah.
it,
So
and-
it was nice. I mean, he
Yeah.
said that he can make like abuela like tamales, like a Spanish grandmother would make and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'm like, but that takes like, there's a lot of prep that goes into
Yeah,
that.
I don't know why he was down on himself when he made the pupusas with me because I guess the salsa was too green compared to what it might have been for you. Or
Yeah, and what was really sweet too was that like he was literally like breaking it down and teaching Pilar
yeah,
how to do it, and he's like, "This is why you do this,"
Nice.
And I'm like, dude, this is sweet. This is the first man that's ever cooked with my, with my girl and stuff like that. But I'm like, but it was like a sweet thing, and he made it for the whole family. So
Nice,
it was super, super nice.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, what do you cook? Are you a cook?
Yeah, I cook around. My dad was a restaurant owner, and my first job was like working in the kitchen at his restaurant.
My dad was a restaurant owner.
So yeah,
He owned other businesses before that.
and so yeah, my favorite thing is like my go-to like fancy meal is I'll do some pork chops with some roasted sweet potatoes, and then put like a mango salsa. On
Mango
top.
salsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get the Indians right there. Just
All right.
little mango anything.
Mango.
Anything.
All right.
That's how you gonna get an Indian girl.
Okay. Indians, mangoes, Palestinians, pistachios.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
There's pistachios on everything that I've noticed.
Do you love pistachios?
Yeah. I remember I asked someone, Adam, he moved to Austin now.
Oh,
but-
Kamal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, what's up with the pistachios? Like, he's just like,
my people love it, bro.
yeah, he's just like, well, it's good. It's just like, but on everything, like, just like take a break. Just take a break, try something else. I don't know. But that was my, but like, that's my thing. During the wintertime, peanut butter soup. It's like a South African.
Peanut butter soup?
It's like a Southwest African stew. And it's so good.
Peanut butter stew.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Tell me what. That
Everyone-
sounds interesting.
Everyone that I made it to, they're always a little skeptical, but then they're just like, holy shit, this is good. It's not like it's not all peanut butter. It's just like a cup. Just a cup of peanut butter.
I'm a pretty good like, I mean, I definitely know I can follow directions, but like I have, especially when it comes to like making like a steak or a chicken or make it like a fettuccine Alfredo, like the way I season the chicken and stuff, it's like that is like from like, you know what, I think I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna add like I do, and
like
it usually comes out very well.
Yeah, like you're able to like for like if you want to like actually learn a dish, you'll follow the direction. But then like if you're just fucking around, you can fuck around.
Yeah, like
the kitchen and stuff.
I don't know. I have just kind of some sort of a little bit of a keen understanding where I'm like, I feel like this seasoning will complement it well, and so yeah, man. And then like I'll make steak and like mashed potatoes, and it's like I'm not like I'm just gonna get like instant garlic mashed potatoes. But like the steak though, like I'll season that and butter it and kind of cook it in a certain way and
Nice.
But the family's been loving it. It's an interesting pride.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I would ever do,
Oh, really?
But what's nice though is that I'm like, I'll cook whatever, but no matter what, I'm like, I do not do dishes.
Yeah, that's the thing that always sucks.
This always sucks, and I'm like, it's the only thing that would deter me from wanting to cook is the fact that I have to clean this shit. You know?
I try my best to like do meal preps, so that way if I'm doing the dishes, it's just all in one day.
I still like the life of a single
But
man. Yeah.
Yeah. I have time on my hand. Let's go. And I don't have to worry about some kid's polio. Let's fucking go, bro. Do they not get polio now?
I don't think so, man. I think there was the whole vaccine.
Oh, like AIDS? Is that a problem?
Is there an AIDS vaccine? I know they have PrEP. It's like where it's like it's not visible. It's like they make your AIDS invisible. That's very much what PrEP does. You still got the AIDS, but you just cannot give the AIDS anymore.
Like what? It's like it's just hiding behind a blood cloth or something, just saying, "Hey, you can't find me" or something.
You know what's interesting? I learned about AIDS is that it's a very weak virus, actually.
Is it?
Because if you think about
At the time, it wasn't, but
well, I mean, it was perpetuated that way.
Yeah.
But like, if you were to take like the AIDS virus and like throw it in a swimming pool, it's not likely that you're going to get it. Again, that's why it's like the direct like has to go directly through like a wound or through like, fluid exchange, but otherwise it's like the viruses that are like airborne and, you could very easily contract it like, through just, through whatever.
I think what also kind of shocked me about AIDS was I read this kids play. It was about a kid who caught AIDS through like a blood transfusion or something. And it was just, I think it was just the whole point of like, it was before we realized where you could catch AIDS and everything. And like a kid, I guess he went through an accident and needed some blood, and then like caught AIDS through that. And then like the rest of the story is just like him kind of like as a kid like, accepting that he's going to pass away. And it was kind of like that thing of like, holy shit, it's like, you know, when AIDS was introduced to me, it was like a sexual transmitted disease.
The virus, yeah.
Yeah. But it's also like it's
there's a sexually transmitted drug. Can you?
Yeah,
Hey man, you want to smoke this AIDS?
Shut up, bro. Rude.
yo, I'll get some of this AIDS right here,
get
bro.
this sex drug, bro. What's gonna happen? You're gonna die, bro. Like
maybe. Who knows, man?
It was
a sexually transmitted disease
proclaimed as an STD,
right?
But then like I think as you saw the other ways to get it and stuff, and it was just like it's just kind of like okay, like just I don't know. It was just like a kind of a mind-opening experience, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the way it impacted the overall society and stuff like that, because it's like you know,
it made sex into a drug.
You made like it was almost perpetuated to the point where it's like if he has AIDS, he is definitely gay. You know what I mean? Like the amount of straight men that came out with AIDS.
Yeah.
And even
when
and then it's like, no, you gay now.
Yeah, and then
they're like, I've
when
never
Magic
been with
Johnson,
a man. Yeah,
like I watched that when I was a kid. Like I was so I was so confused that day when they showed me that video of Magic Johnson telling the kids that he had AIDS. Because I was just like, we were in the library. I thought we were gonna check out a book. I thought I was gonna check out Goosebumps or something. Like, and then it's just a video, just Magic Johnson I have AIDS, and like. But yeah, it was that thing of like, it was like, he's not gay. It was like, how could he get AIDS and stuff? And it was just
Magic Johnson coming out in a press conference to tell that he has AIDS was the 90s 9/11. Or was it 80s? It was 90s, right?
I thought AIDS started like...
It was started in the 80s, but when Magic Johnson made that announcement...
Yeah.
That
was like a 9/11 moment of like them going, what? Whatever. Like, just the whole world just going like, what? But then...
That's why shout out to his current wife or whatever, because she's sticking through the cookie, staying through that.
I watched, did you watch
the Dynasty one?
The Winning Times?
Yeah.
And like...
They did a good job.
They did, but I knew it wasn't going to last because...
They didn't really talk about his AIDS. Maybe that was part of it, but there was like
they did. I remember in the first episode, they had a flashback. It was like a flash forward to that press conference.
Yeah,
but I think it was because none of the athletes that they're portraying like endorsed the show. Like Magic Johnson had like a documentary about his life on Apple TV the same time Winning Time came out, and so he was just like, nah, man, none of that is. I'm not gonna even watch it. Like I'm not gonna even give it that satisfaction or whatever. So I think that was just like, it just, and also, the guy who produced it, Adam McKay, he produced Step Brothers, Anchorman, and everything. Originally, like Jerry Buss, like John C. Reilly, it was gonna be Will Ferrell playing that. Like Will Ferrell, like. When I think like he went up to Adam and like, I really want to play this role. Like, please, like this is like he's a Southern California guy, so like he grew up during Laker Nation. So it's just like this is like the ultimate respect.
John C. Reilly though did such a great job.
He did a great job. But like I think Semi-Pro was like basically Will Ferrell's attempt to be Jerry Buss in that sense.
Yeah.
But but yeah, like. But that was the thing. Like, I think Adam, like, kind of, like, said yeah to Will. And then gave the role to John. And then, like, it was, like, a lot of miscommunication. And that's why...
There's no Step Brothers, too.
Yeah, that's why... Exactly. Like, Will left and, like, they broke up. And
that's so sad.
Yeah, I know.
I love Step Brothers.
I know. It was so good.
It's so good, dude.
It's like you can watch it.
Yeah, over and over.
Over and
It's
over.
just so good.
Yeah.
I did there because it's like I love to do karaoke and stuff, but I do a couple like some of my karaoke songs are from like comedies.
Yeah.
You know, like Bo Burnham,
Oh, nice.
White Woman's Instagram.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
That's a good one. And
great
then
one.
now, what I do very often on most of my karaoke nights, "Phone Wallet Keys" by Adam Sandler
Oh, that's a good one.
from his newest special.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
That's a good one.
Such a fun one to do.
I like he had like a song about grandma, like whatever. God, it was, I think, oh, shit, what was it? I'm sorry. Shout out to Adam. But,
I'm sorry.
oh yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah,
She's right
grandma.
there.
Yeah, he was in a New York train station, and the piano guy was playing on a little tiny one, and then like
Grandma died today.
Grandma died today.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm gonna go to find a different grandma. I'm gonna steal someone else's grandma.
It's like if you were in a New York subway station
Yeah.
and you saw that guy,
Yeah.
you know, hoodie, sunglasses,
Yeah.
and you hear him singing, and like, how could you not be like, that's fucking Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it was just because like in the beginning, because that's what New Yorkers they just
Yeah,
know.
they're, like,
They just
oblivious,
know
yeah.
to like
I am
Mm.
supposed to go this.
yeah, they just know how to phase that out.
Mm.
But then like I'm sure in
Yeah.
a glimpse, like
Yeah.
maybe it was like is
I'm
that
sure there
Adam
was,
Sandler?
I'm sure there's like a couple people they didn't put in the special just
Yeah.
like that's fucking Adam Sandler.
Yeah, no.
He's, all right, guys, we gotta take another break. Let's wait for the next train.
Yeah, but, oh man, but yeah, no, yeah, Adam Sandler, Bo Burnham, like,
Who are your comedy goats?
oh boy, it to me it kind of changes and stuff, but I would say Norm Macdonald of
Has to
course.
be, dude. Look, you are Norm, dude.
Yeah, I would say Bo for sure. He was. I got a poop song on YouTube if anyone want to check it out, but and then I love Tig Notaro. If you don't
Tig
know.
Notaro.
Tig Notaro. I've
Yeah.
seen her perform live, and it was one of the best comedy shows
No shit.
I've ever seen.
It was wild listening to her do that one. I don't know if it was I don't think it was a special, but it was she was doing a comedy show, and it was like the day she found out she had cancer, and like
yeah,
literally just saying I have cancer, and
Yeah.
people laughing, and
Yeah.
she's like, for real,
Yeah.
and like. It's like, man, did she know that like this is people are just going to laugh at you?
she
It's
like
just insane.
I think like it was like in the approach, it was just her going on a whim.
Yeah.
And for some reason she was like, let's record it, and like it just went so well,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone was just like, this is like it's one of those moments where I think like someone did something,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think they were like, yeah, this just felt naturally right, but then everyone around you going like, dude, this is the best thing
Yeah.
ever, and like
I mean, because it's what you would hope for in any comedy that you're listening to
Yeah.
is that it's fucking real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, there's realms of comedy that you can kind of create some sort of imaginative like
Yeah.
scenario that is kind of funny. Like, oh, if
Yeah.
I did see that, that
Yeah.
would be funny. But when it is very real,
Yeah.
right? I think like that's why like a lot of I think a lot of the success in my comedy is talking about my circumstances
Yeah.
and whatnot, you know? And it's all from the viewpoint of me trying to adapt and make things work and live,
exactly,
you know,
yeah.
in service for them and making sure that they're good.
For sure. The same thing for me is just like I know that, you know, talking about my hearing loss on stage is like a great way for me to like kind of differentiate from the other comedians in a way that,
Mhm.
you know, they can't really compete with in that sense. And it's a great way for, you know, just getting the audience to pay attention and listen, because it's like, oh, this is something new, this is something different. And like I'm grateful for that, but I'm also like, I don't want to be known as just
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like I in like the, you know, the I guess like, you know, kind of a working method that I use at an open mic is like maybe I'll start with a joke about my hearing loss.
Yeah.
to get you to pay attention.
I think it's more
And
so like get to
then-
know me a little bit and
yeah,
then go into
and then
your
just go
material,
to
yeah.
what's up with the apples.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Think about
maybe-
back in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So that's what it is. It's and like so it's just playing that little game of like
It's funny. The last time when the last time I was at Comedy Arena and it was I remember it because I actually still say this joke.
Yeah.
But it was you, and then it was a blind guy right after you.
Oh yeah, that blind guy. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
blind
and
guys.
then I think there was another comedian that was kind of like I think he had like he had like a curved hand or something. Like I think it was like a
Yeah.
cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
But and then I was supposed to go after that guy, and then Kevin's like, dude, don't say shit about them. Like
Yeah.
don't like give them like acknowledgement. I'm like, why would I like oh give it up for these guys? Like I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I've never been that guy.
Yeah.
You know. But I was wearing a shirt that said "Living the Dream."
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, I'm like, came out of my house. I didn't think much like wearing this shirt. It's like living the dream, right? I'm like, am I really living the dream? I never thought
Yeah.
the dream was a Mexican fiance with 3 kids at the house. I was like, but then when you have 3 comedians where the first guy's a deaf guy,
Yeah.
then you have a blind guy, and then a dude who has some palsy or something.
Yeah.
I'm living somebody's dream.
Yeah.
Okay? And I still don't know why Kevin got mad at me.
Dude,
I thought that was funny.
It
and then,
is funny.
And then the blind guy and the palsy guy, they were all like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know. But no, he had a tick. He was like
okay.
He had like
Tourette's.
it wasn't kind of like a Tourette's, but he
Okay.
had a little bit. I think it was like a physical, I don't know, some sort of physical kind
Alright.
of
Was it age?
No, I don't think so. Not yet, at least. But but it was it was just more of I think a speech impediment. So it was kind of like that trigger, for ends or whatever. And then I said another joke about him where I'm just like, man, I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, by the way, dude, like, I hope you just get healthier, but keep that, that end shit. That shit was
Yeah.
sexy. Like,
Keep it in.
I still don't know why Kevin got mad at me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I fucked up at the arena one time. Oh my god, and rightfully so. Like I bombed so bad at the arena.
A mic or a show?
The mic. The show went well, but the mic was bad. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was hilarious though. I was doing like jokes. I was talking about the what was it? The kids show Uninterrupted thing where like about like all that and how like
Oh yeah, like
was-
those
yeah,
like
I
sexual
was telling
allegations.
all that jokes and I was just doing like pedophilia jokes and apparently in the crowd it was rooms full of like church group people or whatever and like I bombed so bad and like I just felt so much remorse that I just ran out the front door. Like I just left. I ran out.
Like as soon as you got off stage.
Yeah, I just didn't even like. I didn't even like shake Kevin's hand. I just took off and ran off. But the worst part was, I forgot to close my tab, so I just had to run around and go back into the back door. And then the first thing I see is Kevin, and he looks at me. He's like, "What the hell was that, dude? Like that was." Dude, you bombed. Like, what? Why did you? Like, I was like, dude, I was about to promote the show that you're gonna have on Saturday. I was like, I wouldn't promote that after that. That was bad. That was really bad. And just like,
Yeah, after bombing, do not promote your
Yeah.
next upcoming show.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. And then so he's just like, why are you here? Like you ran. I was just like, I need to close my tab. And then he was just like, how much percent? Just like 20%. Just like, just close it, please, so I can go home. So I just like, I went back home and I took a shower and I was just like,
well, you got to watch the day off.
yeah, it was one of those bombs. Man, man, I haven't had that in a while, but
Holy
I needed
shit.
that. And then, oh man, it was a good show after that.
That's
Like,
funny though that you like ran off the stage and through the front door in
Yeah.
like clear view of everybody.
Yeah.
And while you're in the middle of running around the block,
Yeah.
you're like, I didn't close my fucking
Yeah,
tab.
yeah.
And I still want to maintain some semblance of respect with
Yeah.
the establishment, so you come back.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so good, dude.
Yeah, like I saw people like turn around, like that guy back in here. Like, what did he do? Like, how did he get back in here? It's like it's just,
Holy shit.
it was shout out to.
But you need those moments.
you do,
man.
you do, and you stick around.
It doesn't
and-
matter what level of comedy you have officially reached in your career, like,
Yeah.
because it's like I think that one thing that is a universal understanding in stand up, it's like you can get to some of the highest caliber of performance acumen and skill set within the stand up comedy game. But you're always going to be humbled, no matter
Yeah.
what stage you get to. You're always going to be humbled. So it's like
and you gotta find the joy in that and the comedy in that.
Yeah.
Because if you can't laugh at yourself, then,
Yeah.
like what are you gonna do?
what the fuck are you doing?
You know.
So that's fucking great.
Yeah.
How
What was-
did you go back the following week?
I had a show that Saturday. It was like a comedy
Ah.
contest show, and
Okay.
then I won the thing.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
And like the minute I walked in, it's like, don't do any of that shit. that you did at
Yeah,
my
of
band.
course.
Like it's like obviously,
I'm trying to do good,
yeah,
Kevin.
yeah. It was called an attempt. That's what the open mic is. It's an attempt, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, dude,
What-
to like, and it's no comedian can ever speak to a point of where like they never bombed.
Yeah.
Every fucking comedian has bombed.
when was the worst time you bombed? That was
well,
kinda,
I would say so. Like my first like 6 unofficial attempts
yeah.
was in Chicago, but this was when I was doing improv. And I've said this before, but pretty much I did 6 open mics during that time, and I was like emceeing pretty strongly at the time. And I went in with like 0 material planned,
Yeah.
and like wanted to kind of feel the bomb, and I felt some strong bombs, you know, and like it was just like nothing, you know, and then I just having those awkward, stale, like what the fuck do I talk about type of moments, right? So those were like the hardest, but like I don't know, man, it's hard to compute. I mean, I've had some pretty strong bombs when I was at like sheesh, but like again, I feel like a lot of those nights too were like it was unless you had that fucking home run hitting type of comedian on the lineup, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was like even funny comedians were not getting the laughs they were getting. So it's kind of like even if I was bombing, I'm already in the mindset where I'm like, I don't even give a fuck because you're not gonna laugh anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did a few mics in Chicago. I remember one was it was like at a billiards bar. It was in a back room of a billiards bar, and that was all right because it was enclosed, so it was like you're walking in purposely to watch stand up. And then I remember I went to like a dive-in bar that was just in the back, and the regulars I guess that was their spot, the corner right where the open mic was happening, and they were talking louder than anyone with a microphone.
Yeah.
So that was like that. It wasn't that kind of like what it was. It was like those open mics where it was just like the
Oh, are you
crowd
talking about
just-
open mics or shows?
like open mics in Chicago?
Oh, open.
It was just like
I
they just
haven't. So
didn't-
outside of those 6 times, I've actually never hadn't when I even since doing stand up comedy here, like or started doing it more strongly. Like I have not done a single
okay.
set in Chicago. Like I actually like at this point, I would love to. You know, like I have gang of fucking like material, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like open mic wise, I mean, yeah, because it's again, I think it's the kind of like understanding your crowd, right? And I feel like because I mean, like you've done like Canucks in Louisville,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Louisville is a naturally. I've done shows and mics in Louisville, and they're a naturally hard market.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to go hard in the paint. You kind of have to talk shit a little
Yeah.
bit, and you have to garner their attention. And
Yeah.
so most of the time when I'm at those type of spots, I'm
Dustin and
Dusty's
then
that's another tough one.
and like what's great about that one,
It's actually good. Actually,
Yeah.
it's gotten pretty good. I feel
but it's
like.
10 minutes. But that's
Yeah.
that's the fun of it. Where
Yeah.
all the other mics are like 3 to 5 and
Right.
whatever, and it's almost like a blink of an eye. It goes
Yeah.
away. But with Dustin, you're there.
Dusty's, yeah.
You're there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's just almost like you finish all your jokes and then you're like, oh shit, there's like you learn how to
Yeah,
like,
or like you see you have 2 jokes left.
Yeah.
And then so you find you're just like, hello,
yeah.
patron lady.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
like
you just start
running,
fucking
yeah,
around
run
with
and roll
crowd
with it,
work
right?
And
Yeah.
then just like trying to do I like those because
Mhm.
I think, 3 to 5, it's just all about jokes.
Right.
Just like you're just thinking about jokes. But then around 10 minutes or so, you're more
That's why I like
about-
Scout, because it's like you get 7 minutes, and
Yeah.
it's like that's a tough mic.
Yeah, it's like it's more about your personality on
Yeah.
stage and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I don't know, I've done I think like 2 or 3 20-minute sets and stuff, and those are just like trying to just keep an engagement going throughout the whole show in
Mhm.
that sense. And and those are fun and stuff. I did one where I did 20 minutes and I brought a ukulele and the headliner was like,
Didn't you do that? Did you do that on Kill Tony as well? Yeah.
The first one,
Yeah, yeah.
I played a song where I just scream as if I'm birth to a baby while playing the ukulele.
I do remember that.
Yeah, but
That was that at Antone's? When it was at Antone's,
yeah,
right?
it was at
Yeah, I do
Antone's.
remember
It's the
that.
same show where Alomeen, shout out to Alomeen,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
another Iowa boy.
Donnell Rawlings.
That's
yeah.
the same episode. Yeah.
Holy fuck, I do
Yeah.
remember that
So
shit,
like
dude. That shit was
everything I did that night, it just got overlooked just because of that Aloe episode.
yeah.
And I'm like,
I didn't overlook it. I remember.
I know, but like Aloe, like dude, that was so fun. Like
Yeah,
we were
dude.
there. We were here in Austin for a week, and like we were just hanging out for the week. And like Aloe was already a golden ticket winner
Yeah.
at that point, but it was
Which I haven't seen him though in a strong minute. I don't know if his
the
ticket was
last
revoked or
time
something.
he was on. Ali Sadiq was
Oh,
on the show.
yeah.
and he had a good set. He came down with my buddy Darius Day. He was on I think like the first Arena Kill Tony show
Ah.
with Tom Segura and
Joe Rogan, the 10-year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was on that one, and he did pretty well. And so yeah, but yeah, Aloe, he's just back in Iowa. You got a little girl right now,
Mm.
and then I think Darius, he's doing a lot of Don't Tell
Oh,
stuff in Iowa.
nice.
So yeah, and
For those who don't know the reference that he's talking about, so that first episode he was on, I think that was Aloe means like second
third, I
or
think.
second or third, right?
Yeah.
So he gets on Donnell Rawlings.
Yeah.
Donnell Rawlings is on the
Yeah.
panel, and
Ashley Larry,
yeah,
Rich Biatch.
right, yeah, and Donnell Rawlings starts talking shit to
Yeah.
Alameen, and Alameen literally warns him
Yeah.
and says like, dude, stop, like, don't do it,
Yeah.
like, don't make me come in, and kind of Donnell
Yeah.
Rawlings kinds of like instigates it, you know, like, oh, what the fuck, you know what I mean?
I think, yeah.
And buries Donnell
Yeah.
Rawlings.
Well,
dude,
Donnell
he
was-
left the show
yeah,
after
he
that.
left, and the whole time he's still keeping this like
Persona where he's
where he's just like, I went to go get some sushi. That's all it was, man. And it's just like, no, man, you
You
left.
ran the fuck away,
Yeah.
dog. That's what he's like. I'm going to the bathroom, and then he's left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dude, it's like so evident. It's
Yeah.
so fucking evident, and
Yeah.
it's like, bro, who you trying to bullshit, dude? Like,
I just remember.
still respect you as a comedian. I think you're fucking fantastic, but I mean, dude,
Yeah, I
that's
don't
just
know.
mad proof.
He definitely, I think he definitely had a lot to drink before, and then
probably had a lot to smoke, man. I mean, you get
Yeah.
more emotional when you smoke.
And then Aloe, he was a golden ticket.
Collected.
He was in the back, just waiting to get called. And he saw Donnell walk in. He's like, all right, I know what's gonna happen. He knew that was gonna happen, that Donnell was just gonna be talking shit, and he's gotta he's like, hey
but
man.
he played it so smart though.
Yeah.
Like where he was like, yo, no, listen, dude. Like,
yeah.
you can have the first one.
Yeah.
But chill, you know, because
Exactly.
like don't make me, and you know what I mean, like, and that's for me, that's king shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like if some other like big name, strong, you know, like don't let anybody put you in your fucking
yeah.
you know place. You know what I mean? Like however you want to respond to it, respond to
Yeah.
it. But like that was some boss ass shit that
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. I'm like.
Yeah, where you get those Jordans before
Yeah,
after
and
Chappelle
and
gave
if you
the
can't,
chain,
and
man.
as far as like Donna Raleigh, like if you can't humble yourself, where he's just
Yeah.
like, where you're like, why? No, I came at him. He
Yeah.
warned me, and he fucking like have that humble moment because it's like
Yeah.
after that, it's kind of like, dude, you lose so much. I know Donna Rawlings is an intelligent man. I
Yeah.
watched his episode with Funny Marco. You know, he has
Yeah.
that one podcast show, and I watched it, and I'm like, okay, like I Donnell Rawlings, it's like hyper emotional. You can see like, you know, very passionate man, intelligent with
Yeah.
his wisdom and age and all that kind of stuff.
I've
But
seen
like
him do stand up.
he has, you can tell after that, after
howl and laugh.
after that Kill Tony moment, it's kind of like
Yeah.
you can see how he's had to like pull, like he's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to do that where you're a calculated striker, not like a, you
Yeah.
know, free.
I know. Well, that's, I don't know. I think that was like the same story that Jamie Foxx had with Chris Tucker, because like he was doing well, and then he was like making money, and he was just like, you know, he was living large, and then all of a sudden he sees Chris Tucker like young with like a tank top and stuff, and he was like killing the room. And it was just because you gotta. That's what comedy is. You gotta
remember your roots.
You gotta stay grounded. You gotta stay humble. You gotta be down in the muck. That's all. So you can't like, I don't know. It's just tough to like have that persona when you're living large in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's kind of like, you know, Donnell Rollins. It's like as talented as he is, you know, like looked at like, you know, he's no like Cat Williams, but sure as fuck, you know, being from the Chappelle Show, he's you know Dave Chappelle. I mean, he's still a talented force. He's still someone very close within that. But no matter what, Chappelle's gonna be, you know what I mean, like, and maintain the humility. I think even with that knowing, but that's still not to say that like your status is still surpassed to a lot of other comedians who just simply try, you know.
And also,
so like, I'm not dogging him for
also,
him, you know, who he is, but
that's what the Kill Tony landscape is
oh,
like,
such a mirror. It's a clear mirror.
It really is a mirror in that sense where it's like it's not about, you know, who's done what they achieved. It's like what can they do right now in this moment with each other and stuff. So.
Because like my thing is I'm so excited because like, you know, I worked it out with my fiance to at least do once a month to be able to go out there. So we try to plan it out as best as we can, you know. But yeah, so far I've been able to get that, and you know, hopefully maybe during the summer and stuff, kids are pretty self-efficient, you know, and they have plenty going, but especially with, you know, now we have Mojo, they it's what I hoped to accomplish, given that responsibility and having them be part of that, has been happening. So I'm like good with that. So I'm hoping to maybe work in an extra one here and there some months. But I'm excited because when I get called, you know, no matter what, it's going to just be a moment I get to have, right? I'm going in with zero expectations. I'm not trying to be the funny. I just want to fucking give them real ass responses every single time, you know? And, you know, just whatever questions you have, just try and, that's the one thing I love about improv is that it teaches you how to listen. And I want to make sure that I just stay, as long as I listen to what's happening, like, and not trying to jump in to be like, oh, this would be funny. Let me say this, you know, type of thing. I'm excited because I'm like, if I feel strongly about my 1 minute set. My first one at least. Who knows if he gives me another one? But for sure, like I feel more confident about the interview, which is the concept that most people feel nervous about. Did you feel nervous during the interview?
For sure. I think the first time it was Donnell Rollins, like right before I even got on, like he was already like interrupting me before I could even like say anything, and then I knew that the ukulele bit would help me stand out in that sense. But then also, like, when I was done, I think I was just, like, so lightheaded. And also my throat was just, like, gone. Like, my voice was gone. I was like, hey.
How did it go?
I think it went okay. So, and then the second time I went, it was a little bit better. I fucked up on some of the jokes that I was going to do. So so that's why I was just a little upset with that. But I think we were cracking some jokes, and I remember like Tony was just kept asking like deaf jokes, and I responded with what, and yeah,
There you go.
and
That's how you do it.
Brian Holtzman, he was on the panel, and he gave me a fist bump, and that
That's
was a
good.
good moment, and like
He's one of those comedians.
Yeah.
It's tough for me.
and then Ian Edwards was on the panel as well, and I loved his line. He said, "Whoever I pictured Cooper Patterson walking out, it came out like." The whitest.
What have
name
what have
for the
I been
whitest
saying this
person
whole
ever.
fucking time? I don't even remember Ian Edwards saying that shit
Yeah.
on the episode.
Yeah,
But it is 100%.
Yeah.
What have I been
Just like,
saying?
You know what you're gonna get with Cooper Patterson.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
If there was another Cooper Patterson that
Yeah.
also did stand-up comedy,
yeah,
he better look like Cooper Patterson.
just with the face tattoo,
Yeah.
the same everything, just
Yeah.
with different tattoo. But yeah, I remember as I was walking out, he was just like, "Great job." So
It felt, that validation felt good.
it definitely validates. And then of course, I did what an idiot did was like look at the comment section on that tape, and like it's all like good. It's pretty good for the most part. So it's just like, all right, like I know I'm on a good path with this. So it just keep
Yeah.
continue on with it. And like, I think unfortunately it's just like it's not exactly the right style for me. I think in those scenes where I'm just kind of more, I think they kind of want to get ferocious and everything, and I'm more of like, let's just get silly in the sense. But I think I'm gonna take it with like good publicity in that
Yeah.
sense, and then
Yeah,
just
I don't think that you would have to worry about bad press, like I don't
Yeah.
think that there's anything that you're going to be able to put down based on a general response that's going to be like, oh, that, you know what I mean? You're not hiding anything that's bad. It's like JP Hinsdale, I think, does that kind of like pretty well lately.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just on the forum or whatever. He got a
okay.
spot. But he's got featured many times, and it's kind of like there are those moments and pockets where it's kind of like they're just like those silly, goofy, but then he finds that
Right moment, right
right moment,
time,
yeah,
yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
and waits for the permission.
yeah.
That's the biggest thing, is like waiting for the permission, and it's like not trying to speak over them or trying to create your own moment,
Are you going this Monday?
I no, because I have a gig in Chicago on
nice.
Sunday, so I fly back on Monday.
Damn.
So maybe the following Monday.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah,
But yeah, maybe we'll ride together. Or something.
I'm gonna try and
But
the day after
yeah.
Father's Day. I'm gonna make it part of my Father's Day.
Ah,
like-
that's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, just like fuck you. Kids,
Even though I
I'm
told them, I
gonna-
was like, I'm like, you guys don't need to do anything for Father's Day. They're like, what?
oh,
And I'm like, okay, fine, you can.
just
I just don't want them to make me cry, dude.
like make you cry. And
Yeah.
shit. I mean, would bed and breakfast make you cry?
No, like most mornings.
What if they?
If
what
my
if
fiance,
they-
if my fiance doesn't give me coffee, like especially the oldest girl, Billy, she'll
Alright,
make me a
so
cup of coffee and bring it to me.
okay, so on a tray, bed and breakfast with
I'm gonna spill all of
with
this.
with
I'm gonna spill all of this.
oh, you're not a bed and breakfast guy.
Oh no, I love eating in my food. I'm just like I'm always,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
I'm not
how
a
about
breakfast. I'm
this?
not a
How
break.
about
I'm
this?
not a
Your
breakfast
kids-
guy. I'm not a
here's what it
breakfast
is,
guy.
Here's what it is. Your kids pick you up. out
Pick
of
me
bed.
up
Yeah, they take you.
with my car.
No. They just lift you up from your bed to your garage.
Oh,
They'll sit you down in a chair, open the garage door,
okay.
table tray, dinner tray with
But I don't eat breakfast though.
Then a
I
fucking-
sleep in.
Okay.
Serve me lunch.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. Lunchtime.
There we go.
Like 11.
In the garage though.
11:30. They're gonna pick you up.
Oh, the big lift me.
Yeah. They're still gonna.
They're gonna pass the
Yeah.
the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Go past the dining room table
Yeah.
and then take me to the garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're gonna put you down in a chair
Yep.
gently.
No, they won't.
Yeah. Tray, sandwich, beer, or the whiskey,
Yeah.
and they'll pack the bowl for you and everything.
Oh no.
No.
Cereal bowl?
Yeah. And then, okay, all right, or they'll shoot the heroin for you while you just sit
There
there.
it is.
And then
There we
just,
go.
and just like be just gazing as pedestrian go on their morning jogs and stuff. And
So we end the show in the exact same way every. No, 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 yeah, that could very well be a possibility.
Yeah.
No, again, I don't expect much, and usually Sundays, if I'm not working, and luckily that weekend I'm not, I try to keep it like a family day. So I said, I'm like, let's all just do something together.
That's
like,
good to
I'd
have.
rather create a memory,
Exactly. Yeah.
but I get a lot of love in this house. I'm really
Yeah.
grateful for it. I mean, and it makes it easier for me to be in service for my family.
You're right next to a park. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's also nerve-wracking, dude. But we also have like these like trees and forests, dude. There's a fucking snake
Oh.
in my backyard.
Okay.
It resides
Oh.
in my backyard. It's like, you know what I mean? Like we might be looking at another spot,
All right.
but and it's more expensive, but figure it out,
Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, it's just for the first home, like getting them out here and as a first home, I mean, like for them, this was the first house they've
Right on.
really ever got to literally live and stay in, and it's been a learning experience, but we're getting through it. But we got a little extra mojo.
I don't know. For me, because like I'm looking at places.
I don't know if I asked you this. How old are you?
27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not even. I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to get old.
Dude, 30. Amazing.
I bet.
It's the best.
I bet.
Do your shit right now?
Yeah.
Close out your bullshit into 20s. Do whatever you got to do. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Make your mistakes. Do what you got to do. Figure out if you're fucking moving to Seattle or not.
Yeah.
But this is like, don't go in with zero expectations of like, oh, I'm trying to find this.
Yeah.
Just
go look for it.
Unless it's just a question for you that you just want to find an answer for, but not expectations of like, a woman, like I'm trying to find this woman or this result.
Yeah.
I just want to do this better for me,
Yeah,
Cooper
exactly.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Be the big pooper.
I think like the dream house is a view while I take a shit.
Oh my God. Did you see these glass bathrooms?
Yes.
They have like these resorts and stuff in like Africa.
I want the breeze. Like I want to be able to like be outside and enjoying that.
But that's
breeze.
how them flies and shit, they're gonna come towards your poopers and shit, bro. You want peace, bro.
Yeah.
There ain't no peace with fucking insects and shit, dog. Take the view, bro.
I was thinking about those horse doors where like maybe on the top I can open it.
Horse?
Yeah, like those doors for horses.
Oh, like the stable doors type of thing?
No, like it's like there's two doors.
Oh, like the gate?
Like one, like you can open the front but leave the bottom part still as a door.
Flies can definitely fly through that shit too, bro.
Not if I tell them no, thank you.
Oh, you think they listen?
Hey guys.
Oh.
Hey guys. No, thank you. You just gotta say buzz. Right before.
Today.
Not today.
Well, anyways,
You can come back when I'm taking out the garage.
and that was his impersonation of how he spoke when he was 6.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Kind of did sound like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can. I think we've developed a good enough friendship. I can make fun of your childhood deafness. Is that fair to say, Cooper?
Isn't that what friendship is all about?
There we go.
It's just like, yeah.
I just trying to be comfortable.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Thank you. Thank you for demeaning me to make me feel comfortable with that.
Look how that voice has grown, though.
Yeah.
Look at, you know what I mean?
Is it like I'm trying to get to
I
like
was
announcer.
I was trying to remember my first. I think I said my first time I saw you at a mic. I think it was also at Comedy Arena.
All right.
And the first joke I thought of, and it was, it was I had pretty much opened up. I think you had gone right before me, and I was like, I had just walked in, and I'm like, it's crazy to see how popular this Mike has gone because I'm like, holy shit, Norm Macdon, I know I said Mark Norman's on stage.
Yeah.
But then I just saw it was Cooper Patterson going,
That's like me going like just like in between. I'm trying not to do that much. Just like it's just like me trying to fill in air or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like
It's such a character quality,
Yeah.
because you know what I mean. It's kind of like like
Yeah.
it's like that awkward that you hear from the Norm Macdonald, Mark
Yeah.
Norman, like there's such that type of delivery that feeds the cadence of
Funny enough, I don't really watch Mark Norman that much.
Really?
Like I'll be scrolling through social media and he'll pop up
like his
but
clips and stuff.
yeah, but, like,
you
never-
never watched any of his
never
specials.
like seen him live or
Interesting.
like watched the full special or
Interesting.
anything like that.
He's good. I like his
But
specials.
like I know he's great. Like
Yeah.
from the glance, I'm already like, but I think a part of me is like I can't go too deep into that because then it'll just be I don't know, almost too similar.
Maybe, yeah. Like I think I understand what you're saying. Where you're kind of like, you end up taking in maybe
Yeah.
some of those character traits
Yeah.
that you deliver, and then
because I
Yeah.
think like with the comedians you
I understand that.
like you grew up to watching, you kind of almost emulate them in a sense when you're
Sure.
first starting out
Sure,
or
sure.
whatever. And so it's just like trying to just just
You're still
Right.
developing your own style, so you don't want to like take on someone else's.
I would say, it's been 6 years. So I'm at a good point where I'm like, all right, I focused on the style and focused on how, what's my tone and what's my delivery in that sense. I think now the next 5 is going to be just about marketing myself or just, doing the
Yeah.
whole, promotion
Yeah,
aspect of
and it's
it.
a tough game.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
a naturally tough
and it's
game.
just a game you got to learn.
That's like I mean, like I get clips and I post clips of the podcast and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it is tough. It's and it's very time consuming. It's very like focus driven on when you post, how you post,
Yeah.
and it's just a lot.
And especially with the landscape that it is
Yeah.
right now, like, Joe Rogan, he's always like, yeah, just start a podcast. Like, that's all it is. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But, like, when
Yeah, you need to have a clear direction and
Yeah.
idea of what you're trying to go with
Yeah.
it and stuff, because you're gonna run out of
and, like, when he started, it was like the Wild West. Like,
Yeah.
You were in a landscape that no one had any claim of whatsoever.
right.
So it's just like, we got to.
He's the king.
Yeah. So you got to. I don't know, just trying, I don't know, that thing, like just trying to find the next new thing or
Yeah.
next new landscape in that sense, but
And that landscape for you might be Seattle.
or Bali, I don't know.
Bali?
Bali?
Like Indonesia?
Yeah, maybe. I keep telling them, hey, I'll be okay with Bali.
Is there work opportunity?
But I say, hey, if Bali does become a place, it's mine.
Look, I mean, I'm here for it. I
Yeah.
want you to go where you need to go, baby. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I still want to go, I would love to visit New York and like do 2 weeks in there and just see what would happen.
New York. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think right now my confidence level is definitely like next time I'm around New York. I tried to go to an open mic the last time I was doing a gig out there, but it was just like where we were. It was like time constraints. There was no way I was going to get there, especially as early as I needed to get there to sign up and shit like that, right?
Yeah, all the good mics are like at 5:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's
It's just only one of them. And like it's like a 40-minute,
Yeah.
distance between.
yeah, and depending on like then if you're driving there, it's like good luck trying to park, you know.
Yeah.
But either way, Many on the Horizon. I know that I was I had you on one of my preempted Folly Smoke shows before they just fucking pull that rug, which is like the growing pains of the game, and you're dealing with these venue owners and shit's beyond your control. But I would love to try and I'm working on trying. It's been a while since after that whole situation. It's been a while since I've try and organize and put together a show and stuff, and obviously there's more things happening at home, but definitely on hopefully my next upcoming show, I definitely would love to have Cooper the Pooper on there, and welcome him on the stage.
Take a shot.
Well, I'll give you what's on.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I would hope that someone would be like, dude, I saw Cooper Patterson.
Yeah.
He took a shit on stage. He's like, oh, so he was bad. Right? He's like,
No,
no.
he literally took a shit.
Okay, so, like, jokes were bad? He's like, no. Like, he pulled his pants down and relieved fecal matter out of the asshole.
What would be your, like, if you were to actually do that and, like, when you're pushing, like, you have to scream a tagline, what would be like your tag call, like your punchline call, right when you're dropping that?
You have on the soundboard with a loop thing going on?
No, I don't have a soundboard one.
All right. So,
Hold on. Here, I'll give you this.
that's the power of pine saw, baby. Oh, there's one. But yeah, that's my catchphrase. That's the power of pine saw, baby.
You know, I was trying to, hold on, I need to figure out how do I bring it to yours? I gotta, is it yours?
Oh, like the voice thing?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Hello? Oh, damn.
But, I need to, hold on, I need
Okay, can you just put the voice mic on and then just say that's the power of pine saw, baby?
wait, hold on, Eddie. There we go. And,
Hello? Damn it. Yeah.
but I don't know how, I'm trying to figure out how to get to your fucking, your microphone, to get into mic 1, or mic 2, sorry, goddammit. Either way, Cooper Patterson, Cooper the Pooper, I appreciate you coming on this show, sir.
Appreciate you having me.
It's been a wonderful time. Let me ask you this before you go. If we ever do a round 2, is there a +1 guest that you could think of that you would love to bring with you? Not Mojo?
Oh,
No.
okay. There's a homeless man on Elm Street.
Oh, shit.
On the corner of Elm Street and that other street.
I know that street.
Yeah, he got some nice pants. I think we should talk about his pants collection. Yeah, or just one pants. Just one pants. Just the same pants.
Where have those pants been? That would be the segment.
Yeah.
That would be the segment right there.
Yeah, it's like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but the crack gang of the Traveling Pants.
Homeless hood.
The homeless gang.
The traveling pants.
Traveling Pants.
So we end the show in the same way every single week, which Cooper is not as familiar, but I invite all my guests, this is your camera right here, but I invite all my guests to close out the episode with a final sentiment that they would love to leave off in the world, and you can think about it as that it wouldn't be, but if this could possibly be the last thing you would ever say on camera to the public in the views, to the world, you close out the episode. Cooper, the Pooper Patterson.
I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to just hang out and chill. I don't know. I think it's rare that people. I don't know. It's still a rare moment when you see. Whatever. Oh shit. Dude, there's so much expectation to be sentimental. Goddamn. I don't know. I was trying to find a poem. Oh, here we go. This is a poem. All right. Understand that nothing. This poem is called Survival. Understand that nothing is fully guaranteed, but as the elevator is falling, don't, for the love of God, hold on to anything, but jump up and down like crazy, and hope that with luck, when it lands, you'll be caught up in the air, alive and well, saved in the blessed space between the ceilings and the floor.
Yeah. You could do it.